Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to ArmA 3 with yet another mod review. This isn't going to be some flashy, well, it's going to be flashy, maybe not in the way that the words usually use. It's not going to be some flashy mod review. I'm not going to heavily edit this like I did with the Spanish FFAA mod or with the Blood Clot Vida map that I think really required a little bit of more cinematic ideas or just some things added to the video to make it a little bit more interesting. Now, without further ado, I'm going to turn around and show you what we're reviewing today. However, obviously by the title, you probably have a very good guess. We are reviewing Fox's NYPD pack. Now, before you think, wow, are you really a 12-year-old? No, I'm not a 12-year-old, but me as a kid would have loved this mod. I used to play every single day with my die-cast like cars. I had police vehicles, I had regular cars, you know, construction vehicles, and one of my favorite things was to just have like a big accident and like, you know, have police and et cetera come to the scene and just make these very cool like setups. I wouldn't really play with the toys. I would set them up in a specific way and then, you know, look at it, honestly, so sort of make like a cinematic screenshot-esque thing more than actually play with it. But if I was 10 years old and I would have found ArmA 3 with this mod, I probably would have never ever stopped playing. This is, like I said, Fox's NYPD mod. It adds a lot of vehicles. We've got a fire SUV over here and lots of police SUVs and sedans, even an unmarked one. Like I just showed you, there's a couple of civilian vehicles as well. Now, I'm not going to go through every single vehicle because most of them act the same, but I really wanted to kind of show a couple of things. Also, I'm doing this at night with a very specific reason, of course, for the lights. But first of all, let's take a quick look at just one of the random vehicles. For example, this 2003 Chevy Impala. Open the driver door. I really like that noise. It has this fully like operational and interactable, basically, mechanic. It's got a pretty damn good interior. It's kind of hard to see at night, but the interior is it's pretty cool. However, you're not here for the interior. We're gonna close. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to jump outside and close the hood and the trunk while we're here. We'll get in. Now, obviously, all these things come with a couple of very cool things. First of all, we're going to show you the light bar at the back. We'll show you the traffic lights, which basically it's like a warning there's traffic going on or whatever. Then there is the LED bar warning, which is police emergency stay back, police emergency stay back. We have pull over, which I think is really cool, especially we can get out of the car. And you can see it right here. So you can do your own like police RP if you wanted to have actual police cars drive around and, you know, pull people over for whatever reason. And then we can turn it off again as well. As you can see, now it's gone. We have different codes. We have also different lighting atmospheres. We have code 2, which is nothing. Code 1 is lights off. Code 3, 4, and 5 are different sirens. So we're going to listen to those first. So me as a kid would have loved this mod, but the best thing is yet to come. I just turned the lights on with the very simple like press of the L button, which is probably very known to a lot of people that play ArmA. Now we can do this. Hell yeah! So the only thing is that so far I've noticed is that the sirens turn off when you exit the vehicle. But as you can see, the lights don't. So you can basically have like a highway patrol or whatever, you know, park their cars on the highway, shut off a lane or whatever. Honestly, kind of wish that I was part of a live server that had this stuff on it. Not because I want to reenact being a police officer, but it just does look really cool. Let's be honest about that. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just obsessed with like fire and police and everything since a kid, but I just think that those look really cool. Now, there's obviously a lot of these vehicles, and like I said, this isn't going to be super long or big mod review. because they all kind of sound alike. Obviously, the fire one sounds a bit different if you're talking about the siren, so I might as well show you that one. Of course, in this one, all the doors are interactable. Oh, wrong button. I don't know if the hood, the trunk opens in this one, not the hood though, but whatever. And there's obviously, you know, all these ones can have the same sound. There's something really cool on some of these vehicles. Not all of them, but the later model ones apparently can mount push bars, or you can dismount them as well. So in some of them, for example, like these ones again, you have to go to the back, mount push bar, and then it shows up, and you can also take it away again, as is suggested. All these doors open, etc., etc. The cool thing is that these all have like, you know, just a little bit of different, I guess, feel to them. There's older cars, there's newer cars. Let's turn our lights on this one and get out. So there's 2009 versions, there's 2011, 2015, I believe. So you get all these different cars. There's Dodge Chargers, the Tahoes. There's even a Crown Victoria, I believe. Oh, that's actually the one I was in first back there. So you get that super, like, standard American police car. Here, this is the Dodge Charger, I believe. And obviously, you know, you get all the different things that you get on all of them. It just, I don't know. To me personally, this is almost orgasmic because I love police. I love sirens. I love those lights. So to me, this is amazing. To you, you're like, wow, are you actually a 6-year-old? And then I have to answer, no, I'm not a 6-year-old, but goddamn, do I love this stuff. And then over here in the darker corner, we have some of the civilian vehicles. They're just basically civilian retextures of the police cars back there. But might as well show you the taxi because it's kind of cool. Because I think this is probably one of the more iconic things you could think of, in my opinion, in when it comes to like America. Is, well, you know, the cabs are a big thing, at least to me. Open all the doors so you can see they're all interactable. And we can just kind of sit here and, you know, act cool. Not that it really matters, but the idea is still here. And I don't know, I just think that they're actually pretty well modeled. Like, look at this engine. That is for a stupid thing that, no, this is no offense to the model maker, right? But who is going to look at this? Who is going to open a trunk and, like, look at the engine for more than 2 seconds, like, read all these things, look at all these things? It's pretty well modeled. And like I said, there's like a 2003 Chevy Impala version. There's another Crown Victoria, which is the regular one. And there is a Ford. Oh, wow. No, it's a Chevrolet Caprice. I didn't even realize that was a Chevrolet. I should have realized that. Anyway, so with that being said, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take out the Dodge Charger. What is this? This is a Ford Taurus, right? Yep. We're going to take out the Dodge Charger for the State Trooper. We're going to take this one out for a spin. And like I said, honestly, this is obviously a very simple video, but I really wanted to make this into a video because personally, like I said, I'm a big police nerd. You get these cool horns too on the police vehicles. The actual, like, to me, that's like a typical police horn. But it has nice reflections on buildings. Like, it looks pretty cool. Let's just get out here for a second and appreciate, like, I just really love the, like, reflection of the lights. It really adds to a mission if you are doing something with civilians to have police around. And something that I don't really get, no offense to the guys who made ArmA, but the gendarmerie vehicles, you know, they're not really like the pickup. Yeah, sure, but it doesn't really have that typical police car feel. And I really feel like with this mod, you get that typical police car feel. It looks cool. You get the lights. You can see them from here even. You can see the unmarked Crown Victoria lights flashing. You get those reflections on the side. It just looks really cool. So what we're going to do, honestly, is I'm going to just drive off into the darkness with the sirens turn on. Not very responsive. It's funny that we're back to driving. I feel like I'm reviewing Vida again or Tanoa. But the thing is, and maybe this is to you, this is really stupid, but to me, this is honestly one of the better mods that I have seen for police vehicles like this, and honestly, to me, this is just absolutely fantastic. You can turn the lights off, but it kind of looks stupid. But I don't know, this is absolutely, oh, it's very unresponsive when braking. It just looks too cool, and I think in the end, to me, personally, let's turn this bitch off. Let's keep the lights on though. No, that's not the lights. This is the light. Oh, did we just ruin the car? No, it's still good. It's still good. It's still good. We're just drunk police officer driving around. To me, driving around like here. Let's park the car here and get out. I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, the 12-year-old in me is really excited about this mod. You might see it in a future video, maybe not anytime soon, but I do have a couple of interesting things that I would like to do with this. So I'm gonna probably go around, honestly, and drive my car down this highway just a little bit more. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's obviously, like I said, a shorter mod review video, not a maybe as edited or cinematic one as I've done with Vida. Oh, I'm the best driver. Or with the FFAA mod, but I saw this mod, thought it just deserved a sort of quick shout out with me showing the vehicles and looking at them and showing all the basically possibilities with opening the trunks, etc., etc. And I just wanted to share a little bit of my childhood with you, from especially the fact that this to me is insane and it's really, really well made. Also, I think it would just reach 200 kilometers an hour. We're probably going to crash, and we're probably going to crash and burn really hard here, so... Well, that's someone's soccer field which just ran down. My front wheel is done. I think I have done my job here. This is Police Officer Sherman signing out. Cheers!